Well, he attack me. But Jaden Chase, they have to make the fans them know what really are going on.
Yeah, man, now move settings, nation. And we no need no ladder. Yeah, man, Jaden Chase, another one that we're going to bring on another reasoning on the topic of current affairs. So if you're new to the channel, just a pass through. But you don't like the reason, and of course, you don't like the point of view, well, I'm suggesting to you that to click the subscribe icon and then kicking the like button. Now let's get right into the reasoning. Now, nation, the female officer specifically implicated in the trimming of Nzinga King, along with all the police officers who were on duty at the Four Paths police station, were finally forced to provide statements concerning the unlawful trimming of 19-year-old Nzinga King at the hands of an officer attached to that station. Now, this was all brought to light following Andrew Holness' statement that he has been paying very close attention to this matter, and also that he had spoken to the Commissioner of Police, Major General Anthony Anderson, and told him to place the full investigative force at his disposal to find out whether there were any administrative breaches or any criminal breaches at play. The Prime Minister himself was quoted as saying, "We want to know whether anybody's rights would have been abused." Well, if Mr. Holness has been following this case, as he says he has been, then you would know that of course there has been violation of human rights, and of course there has been administrative breaches. Now, Holness also said that he met specifically with the commissioner to inquire about the status of the investigations, which he said are still ongoing. The commissioner said, now Holness also took the opportunity to point out that the commissioner and he himself are both of the same view, that in post-independence Jamaica, citizens should not be having this kind of conditions handed out to them. Holness said people's hair choices and whether or not the state has any rights to cut someone's hair, it is totally against what we believe in as Jamaicans. Nation, the cries of the people are too loud for the current administration to ignore. Now, nation, some citizens are saying, with the fact that this new information was brought to the light after Andrew Holness made his statement, people are concerned if there is an attempt by the constabulary force to cover up the findings of the Indicom investigation report. The fact that the status of the officer in question is still unknown. Is she on administrative leave? Is she still working at the Four Paths station? And even at this point, nation, much to the outrage of the citizens, this officer is still yet to be charged officially with a crime, even though heads of state, heads of the very same constabulary force of which this officer is a part of, have followed out and said, yes, doing something like that would be a violation of someone's rights, and of course would be a crime punishable by the law. But at this point, no charges. But regardless of what the state say, will the state try or will the state do, justice must be served. This case is way bigger than the financial aspect, but based on the suffering endured by Nzinga, counseling and compensation must be given. She already got through a traumatic ordeal at the age of 16, of which we don't blame the government for. But this trauma what she got through now was directly as a result of actions taken against her by the security forces. Remember, as some of the people in the comment section have pointed out, even before the man lawfully cut her hair, remember, she was an occupant in a vehicle, a public passenger vehicle, and officers pepper sprayed the vehicle, all in the aim of capturing another individual who was also in the vehicle. after that situation and exiting the vehicle and removing her mask to get air. Officers became enraged, and after speaking for her rights, she was charged with disorderly conduct. Was the judge in that case not made aware of the situation? Even the officer with fire and pepper spray or spray and pepper spray in the public passenger vehicle, all him forget charged to him or she. So what if that officer had not been equipped with a pepper spray and just him state issued rifle him did have? I wonder what the story would be like. No, I'm not about to want to think about it. No nation, when charges are officially brought against the officer in question, it will be the job of the current DPP to prosecute. No, truth be told, neither Indicom nor this current DPP have the best track record when we are talking about prosecuting and gathering evidence against state officials. Remember the Kentucky kid situation? Remember the video then? And we have all noticed that when it is time for prosecuting, whenever it is time to bring charges against cops, the administration that claims to be tough on crime, we see them get soft-handed. There's always more compassion from the justice system when the perpetrators of these crimes are security force members, whether JCF or JDF. Too much atrocities at the hand of the security forces have gone unanswered. As I say, our security force members operate with impunity, no regard for the law whatsoever. Sometimes I'm not even sure if some of these officers are aware that the things that they are doing is against the law, because these things are done publicly and not behind closed doors. Remember, these situations happen in plain view of onlookers. These things take place in communities. These situations take place in public passenger vehicles. Talk to me in the comment section, nation. I don't know how you feel about Andrew Holness's statement. If you feel like it was a statement, an address that should have been given to the public days ago. As a matter of fact, this was given during his press conference about the big C19. And some have said maybe even used to switch or shift attention from the things that he was saying about that particular situation. Nevertheless, the fact that Indicom has now found out and given the world an update saying that yes, both forensics and statements have been collected from individuals involved in the entire situation, from the inmates to the complainant herself, her parents, officers who were at the station, the officer herself who was involved. They have said that they have even taken statements from civilians who claim to have knowledge of the case. I don't know how there could be civilians who have knowledge of the case unless, they must say the so-called classmates or the officer going to tell people. But the statements in concern, of course, the situation took place at the station. Her mother's statement has to be taken because she was the one who went there to pick her up. As it pertains to other civilians who were not there and not present, we don't know. As I'm say, some people say Indicom probably drag them feet, and there's also that fear of maybe there's a police cover-up. Talk to me in the comment section, I know how you feel. Vice the one called Jaden Chase, the dancehall correspondent, the Gaza representative. I say my mind, if you're new to the channel, new to the movement, just a pass through, but you like the reason, and of course you like the point of view. Well, I'm suggesting to you that you click the subscribe icon and then put it on all. And this is how you know will be notified of all fresh content as soon as fresh content is uploaded and made available for you right here upon the platform. You know the something go. And for those who don't, first and foremost though, please bust a like on the vlog and then click the share icon with the arrow and share the video on our social media platforms. Now the comment section is open 24/7, never lock it. Let's be respectful and mindful of the guidelines. But other than that, drop your thoughts, your comments, and yes, your opinions there. And we can continue the reasoning via the comment section. I mean, so you know there's something go. And for those who don't, you man now move settings for man now, we no need no ladder. And my sentiments for you and yours, of course, wanna live, love, and prosper. Until the reason again.